different things. I'm very healthy. I work at it all the time. So this thought that I'm going to take a chance on something that I didn't take in the first place because the vaccine that I was supposed to, let me tell you my story. The UFC had allocated a certain number of doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine for all of their employees. We were operating during the pandemic, in the heat of the pandemic, and we would do these audience-less events. So there would be no audience. It would just be the staff. Everybody would be tested. You would be tested before you got on your flight. You'd be tested again when you got there. They had an amazing bubble, amazing COVID bubble. And occasionally a crew member would test positive. They would shut everything down. Or not a crew member, rather, but a corner member of like one of the fighters' groups. That fighter would no longer be able to compete, even if they tested negative. So they were really rigorous about this. So they said, hey, the vaccine's out and we have a bunch of it. Do you want to take it? They didn't mandate it. They just asked me. I said, sure. I said, I'm coming in for the fights, and we would do these at the Apex Center, which is a very small arena that the UFC has constructed that they do some of their smaller events at. So I go there. I call this guy who's the head of the thing, and I said, hey, I'm here. Can I get the vaccine before the show? And he said, yeah, let me get right back to you. We'll set that up. So he calls me back, says, okay, there's an issue. We have to do it at the clinic. Can you come back on Monday? And I said, I can't. I'm busy. I have to go back. I got to go back to Texas. But there's another event coming up in the future. I'll be back here again. This time I'll come a day early and I'll just get the vaccine. During that time period of me returning, 2 people I knew got strokes. And they pulled the vaccine. So they pulled the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, and then I went, whoa. So from all that I knew about Vioxx, because I had a friend who had taken Vioxx and gotten a stroke, and I knew about the court case. I hadn't had the conversation with John Abramson yet, but I was very aware of the deception and very aware of how they hid the data and that they knew about it in advance. They knew it was going to cause these problems. So I started getting nervous. And then I started talking to different physicians and doctors who would devise these immunity boosting protocols. And this is how you prevent viral infections and ionophores and zinc and IV vitamins and this and that. And I was like, I don't know, man. Now I want to ride this out. So now I'm really concerned and confused. And then I had a few friends that had gotten it and some friends that got it real bad. And then some friends that just had nothing. I mean, nothing. Like one of my friends, she got tested